whimsy maxing while I build my Jeep bed.
It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight.
Warning, swearing. This is one where we put something together and take things apart, and that means swearing.
More swearing than normal.
More swearing than normal.
Yeah, so if normally you're like, I like that I can watch these videos and not have to worry about swearing, if you're the kind of person who may worry about something such as that.
This is not that. And if you're the kind of person who gets pissed off watching people do something badly,
maybe this one's not for you.
You're gonna want to skip out on this one, brother. Okay, enjoy.
Hey, it's me with a Jeep bed for my boy. We got a Jeep bed, we got a Jeep bed, we got a Jeep bed for $75 on Facebook and Marketplace. And now I'm going to attempt to drive it home. It is 12 minutes away. It is mostly neighborhoods. Let's go. If you were curious if the Little Tykes Jeep Wrangler bed will fit inside of a Honda Pilot, I would say just barely. Just barely. And I could not have had another person in the car with me, so I'm glad Morgan didn't come to help. Okay, nothing is screwed together. We just have my staging area with Jeep bed. And to make some space in the room, I'm going to disassemble this because I can't get it out the door without doing that, which is annoying. We're hyped. The Jeep is cool. We are moving the dresser because I think the Jeep is gonna go here, right?
Yeah, where you are.
Yes. You will instead be Jeep.
You will be Jeep. We're gonna have to use that thing you
Put
bought.
this with these?
Yeah, when I go out there.
Haven't you already gone out there once?
I can't possibly know that.
Okay. I'm gonna set these with the stuff.
Felix already bought a little cord shortener that we'll have to use.
Yeah, where'd you put it?
It's in the pink thing.
Okay.
My only concern is, I don't know if you can tell, it gets like doubled up here.
Yeah, it's because to here, it just needs it to here. Because this is too tall for him to...
Not if there's a Jeep here. Then he can reach it. You see what I'm saying?
No, but he can't get up this tall to be strangled.
Oh, when it's shut?
No. What? When it's this long? Oh, you're saying when it's open.
I am saying when it's open.
You're saying when it's shut.
But you're right in that.
Yeah,
anytime he's
closed,
sleeping, it's going to be closed.
Also,
so
when
it'll be
closed,
taller.
But also, how would he strangle himself?
If he stood on this.
I don't think he could. Also, why would he stand on that?
You have to think of every possible scenario.
I really don't think that he could even stand on that. I mean, what I mean is I don't think that he could strangle himself if he stood on that.
I really think he could. Let's get him up. We'll ask him.
Also, it's not, they're not expecting you to make it this short. How would you use it?
No, you're right.
It has to be this long so that it can go extend,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Everything's moving. And ready, and let's move it.
Okay. Well, part of the problem is that we're responsible, and so everything is anchored.
Yes, well, that's good. And
well,
it has to be anchored again.
Correct. That's good. But annoying. Because, yes, now everything's in the wrong place. Because we didn't know that his big kid bed was going to be so big.
Well, how can
and not have a headboard, also.
Yeah. I think we only have one full set of twin sheets.
I don't know if that's true. I'm sure we can thrift some very easily.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Thrift some. Because I think the only set we really have besides those horrible Mickey Minnie ones that don't stay on is already on the bed for Hannah to sleep on.
That makes sense. Isn't it kind of fun the baby gets to have a big fig mattress?
Yeah. It'll be nice to vacuum under this.
Yeah, we have to rework because this door is completely empty. God, how do we snail frog.
Yeah. Unanchoring, I'm not worried about.
Okay, hold it. Thank you.
Snail rock. Big fan.
Wow, this really needs to be vacuumed so bad.
What I'm worried about is anchoring again, which I really shouldn't be.
No, I'm not. I mean, it was not that hard to do the first time.
Well, we couldn't find a stud. And we still probably won't be able to. Remember?
No, this one is a stud.
Yeah.
So we'll just put it in the same place.
The bed's going here. Are we anchoring the bed?
No.
Right.
Where are we moving that to?
This is going here.
Hold on, show me again. I didn't look. Okay. Yes.
Because it's so skinny.
And this is going. So this can
And
just
this
use
is
this
going-
one. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, that's true.
Unless it's too tall, which would be annoying. But even so,
it is going to be too tall.
maybe we can move it down because that's where the stud should be.
That's where we think the stud might be.
That's where we're fairly certain the stud is. Yeah, I don't.
Did you scoot this back as far as it'll go?
What do you mean?
The answer is yes.
Why would scooting it back help? Oh, scooting it forward as far as
Sorry,
it'll go?
forward is what I meant.
Okay.
Back away from the wall.
Both the butt spatulas are behind us.
I know.
I had no idea. That's so funny.
Oh, wait, we have another anchor kit.
Okay.
So we could just, if we can't get it unscrewed, we can just cut this and use an entirely
We
new
should
hand
cut it.
screw.
I bet that's what they're doing is cutting it.
I bet
they're cutting it.
I bet they're
cutting it.
Scalpel!
If they're
Put me, when you're
cutting
editing,
it,
make
how
me a
did-
doctor.
How did we drill it the first time though?
Papa did it.
Okay.
With his Papa knowledge. Now, with no drawers in it, it shouldn't be that heavy, right? Scoot it towards you first.
No,
There you go.
It's unwieldier than you remember. That's alright.
I remember it's super easy to build.
This is an open letter to whoever designed the Hemnes dresser at IKEA. Mr. Hemnes, what kind of sick fuck does it take to make a dresser that has this much hardware that costs $400 that takes like 12 hours to build? $400 for me to have 3.5 emotional breakdowns? Absolutely not. I deserve financial compensation, Mr. Hemnes. The instructions have no words and are 56 steps with a little coda, with a little repeat, go back, do this for 8 drawers. Are you kidding me? This was a trial of strength and fortitude that no human person should ever be put through. Certainly not for $400, Mr. Hemnes.
Okay, wait, where are we taking this? I think we have to take it all the way to the alphabet. Behind Jeep. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Hang on.
Hey, you be careful there, girlie. Hey, I've got plenty of space here. Perfect. Okay, are you lifting or are you just dragging? So this Jeep bed we're receiving with no headboard, and my best guess, because if you move this, my best guess is that the headboard is structurally relevant to the Jeep because I feel like there's a little bit of like an up warp here and here. Does that make sense? Can you see it? It's kind of like right at this black bit here. It's like zoop. And maybe that's fine. Maybe that's whatever. But also because there's not something here holding it close, I think that what we're going to do is prop this up underneath it. Let me do it again. Have this underneath it. This is what we were previously using for Insane Green Thing. And then drill it with like a connecting piece here and here. So I think it'll lift it up a teeny tiny bit because I think it's supposed to be a little bit lifted. And also then these will be attached to each other.
Did you also tell them they didn't give you any nuts or bolts or screws?
No, you gotta film me about this. I don't know if this girlie is a reseller or not. She had a big truck with a Blue Lives Matter, like, yeah, which I guess it's not super surprising because it's like a Jeep bed. But from her past stuff that she sold on Marketplace, I thought maybe she was just a reseller, which I think makes more sense for there not being a headboard. Because if I was going to sell something on Marketplace, I'd be like, here's what happened to the headboard. Do you know what I mean?
You're right.
So my question is, one, it's also crazy cheap because they sold originally for like $300, $400.
Years ago.
Years ago.
New.
But new, between 2014 to like 2020. It sounds like you could still buy them new. Now they don't make them anymore because they're insane and they take up so much space and there's very little like interest in people having them from what I understand. They also didn't give us the screws that come with it. And I feel like I feel like if you're a reseller and you're trying to make money off of this, like $75 is like really cheap for this anyway, but especially now that it's like a coveted item that people are not able to find. There are a couple for like $950 on eBay, which obviously this one doesn't have a headboard, but I'm curious if they found it somewhere or it wasn't actually like owned by them. So when I was like, oh, thank you, like my son's gonna flip with his lid, this is great, she was like, yeah, you know, it just takes up so much space. And I was like, yeah, which I feel like makes sense to say as somebody who has used it. I have no idea, or maybe it was a gift, I don't know, but it's weird that it doesn't have a headboard.
It's at least not having a headboard was in the description. Not giving you nuts and bolts was not in the description.
Yes, which is whatever. It was, you know, $75, which is really cheap for this.
I mean, but now you're gonna have to spend money on
screws and stuff.
Yeah, and we're just doing our best guessing, by the way.
Not $300 on screws.
That's
like,
true.
It's gonna be fine. Like, it's not, we will all live. But what I was going to say is I think this part really needs to be screws. I think because that's the other thing with this bed and having it secondhand is that originally when you got the bed, it doesn't have holes in it. You have to drill them. And because you're drilling into plastic, that's like part of what's making like the seal. Does that make sense?
Oh.
So there's not, that's why I think zip ties makes more sense I think that we can get them really tight and they'll sit, especially for like this, because if you try to put a hole, like if we try to use the screws that we have that are the right width for this, they don't stay in it because there's nothing holding it, because it's not like stripped cleanly. It's not corkscrewed cleanly. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because it's plastic.
My concern with zip ties is how ugly they are.
I think that we can cut them short, and I don't think that it will look bad. I think that this is made out of plastic. I don't think it's weird to use plastic to hold it together. And also, I don't think it's going to be like less structurally sound because of that, as long as these pieces are connected in the way that they're supposed to be connected. Because right now, there's literally nothing holding them together, and it's already this. Do you see this?
Right.
That is not that wobbly for something that has 0 screws in it. Do you hear what I'm saying?
I mean, that's true. I don't know.
I think we try with zip ties. This part definitely has to be screwed for real.
Yes.
And then...
Because it's being newly screwed.
Yes. It's a fresh screw on this guy. Would you be freaked out if there were plastic screws that were in it?
Yes.
Okay. It's a plastic bed.
No, I guess I'm hearing that.
It's also like the way in which it could possibly fail. I feel like the pieces also...
It's not a bunk bed.
You also didn't see how I put it together because the pieces interlock into each other.
That's true. I mean, no, that makes sense. That's Little Tyke's thing.
So, I'm not stressed. This is not a bed that he can jump on.
I love to jump on bed, and you know this.
I know.
No, I think you're right. I think we try all the things you're saying, and then if we're worried about it, we know. Uncle Brian. We could call Uncle Brian. Okay, yeah, let's try it. Felix said this, and I think that he's right, that we put the bed frame in there next, because we've already moved the dresser out. Put the bed frame in there, see how it looks. Because then we need to see if the bookcase can stay in there, because it doesn't need to. It could live in the hallway. Like, we could anchor it in the hallway. That'd be fine. But obviously the dresser does have to be in there. So yeah, the next thing is we're going to put this in there, look at it. And then I guess maybe if you were zip tying it, you could start zip tying it while I'm taking books out and vacuuming that side. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Baby's napping right now, by the way. I don't know if we said that. And then Shelly's watching him the rest of the afternoon.
Yes.
After he wakes up.
Yay.
He's going to flip it.
I would love to get like a steering wheel for it.
Yeah, that was what, was it Caroline who said that?
Oh, I think it was.
Or was it Hannah? Blake texted me and said, congratulations on getting Jeep bed. He is sleeping.
He's sleeping above us.
Which side is which? Is this mold or is this just dirty?
I think it's dirty. You want to grab a...
Yeah.
Wipe? Yeah, it's definitely not mold. It's like... this looks like it was in somebody's garage. It must have just been upside down.
Yeah, I don't need it. This is the underside, so I don't need it to be pristine.
No, I just...
Working at the car wash. Whoa, 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 whoa. At the car wash, yeah. This is the movie Shark Tale. It's a tale about a shark.
Yeah.
He pretends to be a dolphin. His dad is in the mob.
Does he pretend to be a dolphin?
Yeah, you clearly haven't seen Shark Tale by DreamWorks.
Is it not about a fish who is...
It's also about a fish who pretends to kill a shark, played by Will Smith. And then there's like that really sexy fish.
You just said sexy with a lot of...
I said it with a capital
You said it
S.
scared me. Oh my god.
Hey, this one's pretty good.
Alright, cool.
Oh, somebody got to it.
Slash the tires!
That's funny.
Thank you.
You're funny. And as we all know, I'm a really good helper.
So hold on, wait, is the...
This is the back because here's the spot where the dresser.
Right.
You see how wet they are?
Wow, they are just extremely
It's
wet.
like the last 6 where they're like absolutely soaked. Clorox ASMR. They look like rich people. This is just because Shelly and Aaron bought real Clorox wipes at the Costco. We buy the Winco one. Beep beep.
Seatbelts over here.
I was literally like, what comes next?
Okay, seat like this.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's actually smaller than I thought because we can scoot it this way, almost directly underneath the window, and then we should have
Unless we
plenty of
want
room.
the dresser to be here.
No, the dresser's not going there. The dresser's going here.
I thought we were saying maybe we keep the dresser
Oh,
here.
no, I don't think there's any world that can work
Okay.
because you have to open the dresser. See how I'm already, you know what I mean? I can't even open it.
No, I'm seeing that.
But we can
Alright.
scoot it this way. The bookshelf doesn't need that much room
Can
at
you
all.
push from that side?
Yeah. It's so stupid. I love it
It's
so much.
really fun how stupid it is.
I also think once he's a little bit bigger and he does actually want like a reading light. Oh yeah, let me tell the audience.
Yeah.
So we do have headlights that like go on top.
It's not, they're not headlights.
I don't know what they're called. A Jeeper will know. What do they call themselves?
Jeep creeps.
A Jeep creep will know. Anyway, the headlights that go on top, they are working, technically. Oh, anyway, yeah, it comes with these lights on top, but Felix was saying they only stay on for 2 minutes.
Or they automatically turn off after 2 minutes.
Yeah. Are you just leaving the hook in, what do you think?
Yeah, it's fine for right now.
Alright, we could put a plant up there.
I don't think we could over his head.
No, not right now, sorry.
Can you hand me that though? I think for some of these I could screw them. Like these little tiny guys.
Yeah.
Like this probably.
But you have to find, you want me to bring you for sticking?
Yeah.
See if you can figure that bad boy out. I'm gonna preach the good word of for sticking. This is our for sticking box. And you know when you build something and then you unbuild it and then you end up with a bunch of loose screws and then maybe you got some with like your brother's project for or something. And anyway, this is our for sticking box. Our anchors are in here, and anytime we have loose screws or bits and bobs that stick together, put in here. Also, glues are in here. They stick. Anything where you're like, we used to put command strips in here. Now we don't because we use them so often. They have a special spot, but anyway, so anytime we think we might need to buy screws, first, one has to check for sticking. That's the first rule of the for sticking box. He's always there for you.
Do we have a star top for Papa's drill?
A star top? Oh, the like 6. Oh, we must have, because how else would we have gotten them in the cabinets?
Oh no, I bought those. They're cabinet screws, but they're the star kind, and so we didn't end up using these.
Oh.
That's why they're all in here, because they didn't go in the cabinet. I think these will be good though.
But will they be so long that they're going to stick out?
The bottom?
I don't know.
So this has wood on top of it.
Yeah.
The like wood panel, so he won't be able to get. I can cover them.
I think, yeah, if we could just get some like eraser or something.
Yeah, I would probably do that. I think realistically the only thing that we actually need to zip tie is just this crazy thing, which is not structurally sound anyway.
That's
it can't
true.
really be pulled on, it can't really be, so I think that's fine.
What can I do to help you right now?
You can just move for sticking out of my space.
Okay, I'm just going to move this out into the hallway right now. Because it's just in my way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, stop it. You want my son to wake up.
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to this piece of plastic. So here you go, doctor.
Thank you. These are the long screws. These are an interlocking piece. I think it makes sense to use the long screws for these and this to get this really solidly together. Again, we'll use little screws for the wood panel that will be on top. And I think those are the only, because it's just connecting this to this.
It is twin to Toddler.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the Toddler.
Like it goes inside?
Inside, yes.
That is so smart.
It is not. People don't like that about this bed.
That is so fucking stupid.
It's like slightly the wrong size, so there's like gapping. Also,
we're just doing twin.
Correct.
Okay,
That's
cool.
what I figured.
Cool. Hell yeah, brother.
You see what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah, brother.
All you do is make fun of me, and all I do is stand here and be sexy and have good opinions.
You're right. And I'm sorry for being so mean. Can you stand on the other side of this and make sure it's not coming through the plastic when I do it?
Yeah, on here.
No, like, I guess, yeah, actually, yeah. What do you see?
Nothing.
Only on my
No,
side.
you've gotten, I was making sure I knew where it was coming from. Yeah, no.
Okay, cool.
I'm feeling less worried in a second. Watch us do all this and he's gonna come in here and be like, I hate it. You want me to look under the hood? Oh shoot, doctor, I don't know if this will work. It's too big.
I do know it's too big. Do you
Like-
think, does it look like silly?
Yeah, because there's only, it's gonna hit the...
Oh, yeah, that's not what we want. Dang. I mean, I can definitely make them a cool one. No, that's definitely not bad.
Oh no, I guess you're right. My bad.
I think just the weird thing about plastic is that it's like, I'm gonna drill it first and then put the other one
Oh,
away.
okay.
And see.
You don't want to put it on first just to make sure
No, you're right. That's smarter.
it looks like the holes they had maybe kind of line up. I mean, like, I think you're kind of making new ones, but... Oh yeah, does it not go? Is that part of the issue?
What do you mean?
Like they aren't supposed to touch?
They're definitely not supposed to touch. Is there any reason why I can't use the beefier screws to do this, you think?
I think it's fine, because there's a lot of plastic where you're screwing.
You think this is fine?
No, I would
Right,
say
okay. Can you hand me for sticking? No, that's not what I was using.
Oh,
Because
sorry.
we don't have the star top, remember?
No, are they both StarTech?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's why I bought them and they were bad, remember?
That's why. See
I
how those are
thought
completely
one-
unused?
I thought one was Star Top and one was. Someone's gonna be like, it's not called Star Top.
I don't.
Oh, sorry for whimsy maxing while I build my Jeep bed.
Star Drive Head.
That was what I said.
Okay. No, I'm saying it says it is Star Top, basically. I don't know if I have skinny enough pointies.
Now we haven't looked through Aaron's stash either.
Oh, that's true.
So you could go mosey around in the garage. Oh wait, let me look in the library.
Oh, yeah.
There's a project that hasn't been done.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome, Doctor.
Can you hold the other side of it?
Mm-hmm. Luckily, you've got your work pants on, I see.
Yeah. My wants. I'm gonna retry that one.
This one's unwieldy to you.
This guy's a real bother. He's a real wasp in my knee pit. I think that's fine.
Maybe he can jump on it.
I don't think he can jump on it.
Jump on the bed.
No, you freak.
Now, do you want to do the bench first, so you'll be able to get to it easily from both sides? Does that make sense before you do this?
Yeah.
Because this you can get to from the outside.
Yeah. Freeze.
By the way, I think we do need replacement stickers
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
for the whole grill. Which, someone sells them on eBay. I don't know if they're just reprinting them or what, but it was not much.
Yeah, no, I think it's okay.
Oh, I see what you've done now.
I think this is good, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, does this tube still fit? Hand me the... Oh, it's skinny. Hand me the thing.
Oh, yeah, get real skinny.
Well, I
real
just
fast.
want to make sure it still...
Get really skinny is really funny.
Thank you. Sometimes I'm funny.
Sometimes.
Can you give me the pilot hole maker?
Yeah. And where did you put it?
I didn't.
You did.
Did not.
Here it is. I put it here. I apologize. Yeah, just kiss them together.
For $75, paid in cash, 0 miles.
Did you say 0 miles?
On the car, on the Jeep.
By the way, do we have spackle?
No.
Hey, that's a real clean one. Are you doing one here?
Do you want me to?
I think so.
Okay.
Then I think it really doesn't matter. Do you need help with this part? Because I can go start taking the mattress off.
Oh, yeah, no, you're fine.
I'll do that.
Get out of here. This chunk is your chunk. This chunk is my chunk. California chunk. To New York kind chunks. And it's like really easy to drill through plastic.
Yeah, I thought it would smell more like burning hair.
Oh, yeah? That's funny. Okay. Oh, what happened?
Just hit the thing.
Don't do that. Okay. Okay.
There's my elbow. Wow, this is tall. Now it's not protecting him from falling off at all.
You try the other mattress?
God.
Is it shorter than this one?
I don't know, I can measure it.
You're smart.
Okay, this is 12 inches.
My guess is that this is going to be bigger.
I mean, yeah, but I think it's only about an inch. So I don't know how much it's This one's 12, the other one's 9.
Oh, yeah.
That
Definitely.
feels significant.
No, that's cool. Alright, well, that sucks. Sucks we gotta move the mattress again.
Yeah. Well, and also we have to move you have to move all the toys off the bed. Because I told you to move them a long time ago and put them back in this.
Jeep for my son. Do 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 do. It's pretty good, right?
It's pretty good. Didn't we have to go in from the from the front?
Back it up now. I don't know.
It's the same. It's a little better.
How stressed are you about it?
I mean, like, not.
This I do feel is not over the top of it.
He can still fall right off. I guess not this part. But he moves so much when he sleeps. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not buying a whole new mattress.
No.
Now, if he fell out, he would live.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of far. He would certainly live. Is there stickers on the tires on that side?
Nope.
Not on this one either. But aren't the tires
They
gray?
they have gray on them on this side.
And these are black?
Yeah.
Why?
Someone stole the hubcaps on that side.
Yes.
That's funny.
That is funny.
Here, my real concern is you stand up right under this.
I don't think so. We need to back it up anyway. Right?
Yeah, do that first.
Yeah. Put it in reverse. This is why I think if it was against the wall.
So we just completely forego bookcase?
I don't know.
I mean, the bookcase, it really can go in the hallway. Basically exactly where it is, but on the other side.
Yeah.
But putting it against wall, we lose 2 outlets.
I feel like it's safer for it to be up against.
Push it all the way over. Come on.
Is there stuff on the ground there?
No.
All right.
Oh, wow. Now we can hump what?
And we can have the hubcaps out. Take the hubcaps off the other side, put them on this side.
That's true.
I unfortunately like this configuration. What?
I do too. Okay, yeah, we put bookcase in the hallway on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, I think then he might fall out on this side, but...
Oh, God.
Oh, no. That one's really bad. Papa had to put toothpicks in the wall. Well, when we go to the first floor, we can also go to Ace and get spackle. Yeah. If there's not any downstairs. I don't think there is. I think
There's not. I've looked downstairs.
Yeah.
Believe me, girl. Believe you me, girl.
But I do think we have plenty of blue and white.
No, I'm not. Intensive.
I need to also price out stickers.
Huh?
I need to price out the stickers.
I do think he'll be okay with it just being a giant fucking Jeep in his room.
Oh, yeah, no, I meant, like, not tomorrow, but soon. I think it'd be cute to have the right stickers on it.
That's gonna be a spackle job.
Okay, so next, we're moving bookcase to hallway.
Well, yeah.
Actually, first, if you want to you should cut these and start sanding them down.
Yeah.
And with the hubcaps, if you care about the
Make it
hubcaps.
sleepable, yeah. Yeah.
Let me get an action shot here of you.
I'm stealing the hubcaps.
Oh, wait, no, do it again. I missed it.
What?
Pretend it's on there still.
I'm stealing the hubcaps.
The baby woke up from his nap, so now I'm doing this part by myself, and I could have waited, to be fair, and I didn't want to. I was like, I can do this, and I can. I've done many worse things before. Now, I should have thought this through a bit better, but here we are. I've already pinned myself in once and had to move this back because I forgot I was recording, and then I was pinned for like 10 minutes trying to figure it out. I got there. By the way, I already hit the frame, so you can't imagine how many times. So it must be fine. It's certainly not meant to hold its whole weight on 2 legs. That's probably fine. The glass is coming off. I wish I had like tape on this side. Or anything similar to tape. That was sort of like a tape-like structure. I don't know if this was better. I'm gonna say it's not better. How did we get it out the first time? Was the Jeep not, I mean the Jeep wasn't here, but I wish I could shrink. I wish I could shrink myself small, climb under and then push from the other side. What I'm describing is help. Is the glass, like, I wish I could see it. Boy.
Yeah, editing Felix here to say that there is just truly no earthly reason why she is doing this. I had no idea that this is what was happening downstairs. I assumed that Morgan was vacuuming or sitting on her phone. I was hanging out with the baby upstairs to keep him out of Jeep area. If I had known that this is what was going on, then Morgan would have been in trouble, because why is she doing this? Why is she doing this when I could just be helping? It would have taken so much less time. She's just gonna get so frustrated. Anyway.
Okay. And now I think it looks good here. What do you guys think? Come on, sister, you're almost there. If I wasn't recording that whole time, I'm literally gonna flip my fucking lid. Oh shoot, the caterpillar's partially cut off. I mean, that's not a huge problem. Okay, this is the idea. Let me turn you so you can see a little bit more. Couple of concerns. Number one, this closet is where we keep our suitcases. I feel like they'll be able to fit through here, and we don't come get the big suitcases that often. We normally are taking the small suitcases, which are on top, which we can easily lift in and out. So that problem, not that big a deal. Second, slightly bigger problem. This, I don't know if you can see it, these 2 points are where the bookshelf was anchored. I left the anchors that are like in the wall in there because I was like, let me first see. Now what I should have done was left the entire thing in there. But I was like, let me see how far it is. It is pretty far. I think we're gonna have to fully anchor it down here, which is not a big deal. I'm gonna leave these here so we can line up the other one in the same spot. We found the stud, hopefully. Picture, this is the video where we anchored the bookshelf. We used my Apple Watch charger to find a stud because we don't have a stud finder. So, but we did like pull on the bookshelf. I feel it's probably a stud. So I think the next step I have is I got it on, unfortunately, Amazon, like when the baby was first born, so 2 years ago. It's like a flat back thing to go behind the dresser so that we can still have his hatch and his baby monitor camera set up here on the desk, which will actually be better because I think I'm still gonna screw it into the wall and it'll be less ugly because the cord will just be tucked behind the dresser, and before it was just like the cord was just taped to the wall and it's kind of ugly. So the worst part is just that we're gonna have to fully re-anchor the dresser, which we thought we were gonna have to do anyway, so it's really not that big a deal. But it sounds like Mimi's home, so let me go check in with them upstairs. We went to Ace Hardware and thrifting. We were looking for sheets. Didn't see any like good ones, but we've got some that'll be cute and they will work great. Felix did some spackling with all the holes we have. We're not painting over the spackle today. That's gonna be a tomorrow thing. So I don't know if you'll see it, but now we gotta put in the new anchor for the dresser.
Yes.
And we're feeling
confident.
Now the purple cow song stuck in your head.
So stuck in my head.
You look so tiny right now.
I'm small.
Look how small he is.
Hey, that does not want to go in.
Is it where there's another screw? Hold on, there's another screw. Like, I would say like an inch and a half down.
Yeah. Will you look on this side? So you need me to put it lower?
Yeah. I would say like a full inch lower.
Will there be another one though?
No.
Here?
No. Beautiful, Clark. Yeah, now for the anchors. You got pliers, get them out of the wall afterwards. There you go. Yeah, I think we'll once again need 2 bracelets. I don't know how people are doing it with only 1 bracelet. Oh yeah, so show them what was supposed to go into the dresser we found out after we got the new one.
Really teeny tiny, guys.
Yeah, that's not what we did.
This is what we put in the dresser. Well, you want to see if it's...
We took it out of the...
It doesn't matter, because it's the center
No, it's a really
thing,
thick,
right?
yeah.
I think it's fine. Okay, so now this...
Yeah, do you want a ruler or something? Because I think this is the stud. This is where it goes.
Yeah.
So I think if we do that... I think also if we can get it up and down, like directly in the middle.
Golly. How low does it need to be?
That's a good question. Okay, let me move the...
Although, I mean, we can just loop 2 like we did before.
That's what we had to do. I don't know how people are only doing 1. I really don't.
You think eyeballing the height of it?
Yeah, like, because you're sitting right now. It's almost eye level with you.
That's true. I can't see this end. But you know what I mean? Like this, you think?
Let me just grab a ruler.
No, it's too late.
That seems like you're going up to me.
It doesn't need to be at the same height, though, because we have the loopy thing, right?
Oh, you're right.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh.
Does that mean it's not a stud? If it's going right.
I mean, these are good. So I mean, I've still got those to put in it, right? Well, does the pilot one need to be bigger than if we're putting those in it?
I don't remember. We should have watched our own video.
Yeah, it's not giving Dudley. Okay. Can you give me a hammer?
Yeah.
He's a bigger one.
No. Where is the hammer?
Girl. I don't know. Girl.
Don't you girl me. You're the one who uses the things
I
in the
know.
toolkit and then throws
I don't
them
know
into
where
the
it is.
trash.
I need a bigger hole maker.
Girl, I don't even know. I've got. Do you want to use the end of the
The
screwdriver?
ham?
Yeah. You're the one who lost the hammer.
God.
I'll go see if I can find one. God, I wish it was in the kit that it goes in. That'd be nice.
I think it's this beefy guy. And if not, c'est la vie. Worst case, I put a fucking hole in the wall.
I didn't find the hammer, but I found the missing pliers on your nightstand.
That doesn't seem right. It's tough to be stupid. Can you ask Papa for a freaking hammer?
I can look in the garage.
Ugh.
He's gonna be like, "You guys have a hammer," and I'm gonna be like, "We used to."
Do we?
I used to have a husband.
Yeah. Not recently. Oh my soul, God. Oh my God, this hammer boot won't fit. Fuck! Just kidding. Just kidding.
I would never say that F word.
I've never said the F word in my life. Okay, and it's supposed to break as we smack it in.
Break?
Yeah. Fuck. Remember, it's supposed to squarch.
Yeah, no, it does do that.
That's breaking a little bit. Oh my God, girl. Please go into the goddamn wall, girl.
You need a bigger hole, you think?
It's really big.
It does look really big. Oh, wait. I remember last time we did this, we found out later that it does tell us what size pilot hole to drill. 6mm bit. Oh, man.
What?
This was the problem we ran into last time. This one's in European.
Ugh.
And our things are only
I did. Oh, this.
What?
It's gotta be this beefy one.
How many is 6mm?
Is it?
Computer.
God, I'm so freaking scared of this. That's gotta be bigger, right?
If it's too big, I know that's bad.
Okay, well, great then. Why is there such a big...
There's a huge difference, I feel. Is it the one? Is this the one you just did? I just put it in there.
I just
so
did
I
this
guess.
one. Yeah, these are like a huge freaking difference.
How long do you think it'll be until Papa comes down and is like, "What are you guys doing?" Oh.
It's not going in any farther.
You're
It's
smarking it too much.
okay. It's gotta get smarked though.
A little.
Let me make a big fucking hole in the wall. I love to make a big fucking hole in the wall. I think it's really fun to make a fucking hole in the wall. God, this is huge.
That looks huge. Yeah. Just do the beginning. I think that's smart.
Oh, say, can you see? Why the fuck is it like that? I think it needs to be that bigger.
Yeah,
So I just have to do it harder, right? Like further forward.
I think so. That's a huge hole.
Girl,
That's crazy.
girl.
Oh,
girl.
I'm saying that because it's surprising, not because I think you're wrong.
Oh, well,
Oh.
that seems right. Damn. No, damn, not, yeah.
So there's no force of pressure. It's supposed to just slide in.
No, the last end part of it did not slide in.
Oh, okay.
This is not.
And then when you screw it is when it folds in itself.
Girly, I am just a stupid guy.
No, I'm telling you. This is
Trying my
information.
stupid best. You're saying you know that?
Yeah. That's what I know. That's all I know about anchors. This is very reminiscent of the rabbit.
Kill the rabbit.
No,
No, I know.
What did you say?
Back to the mic. I'm here with the mic.
Back to the mic.
There's no rabbit.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
Back at the mic, and I'm here with the mic, and there's a microphone, and I can't find this rabbit. I can't find it. I cannot. I'm at the mic. I'm waiting. And there's no rabbit. Is it the wrong side of the face? Back to the mic. And I'm here with the mic. I'm waiting at the mic. Is that a rabbit? It's not. There's no rabbit. Just nothing.
Please hand me a screw.
Oh.
Screw me. Please, quick.
Quick.
Screw me fast.
Screw me. Back to the night. God, that game was so hard.
So hard for like no good
And then
reason.
everybody just kept commenting like, yeah, it's not really good on Switch.
Everybody's like, oh man, yeah, it's not supposed to be this hard. You guys.
It's extra hard for you guys. Why don't you play on a computer? And it's like, we've already done 4 nights on a Switch.
Could you see me at all this whole time?
Hope so.
All right.
You can certainly hear the audio of you saying choice words. Yeah, you do that. And I'm back at the mic, and I'm here at the mic.
Just. Oh, actually, maybe it would be fine.
To do one?
Well, yeah.
You want me to push it forward?
Well, on the other side, please.
What do you mean?
Ah! You're squashing me. On the other side over here. There we go. Freeze. Well, you're squashing me.
Ah!
I don't need to be squashed.
Susie's body! Ah!
Susie's on me. Ah!
You're like freaking Twinkle Bell on your tiptoes there.
My full adult chunk. You know? Like, I think
Yeah.
that's gotta be fine, right?
That feels good to me.
Bad news there, Jethro.
You know, this dresser was hard to put together according to Felix, but man, it is nice. I mean, you kind of can't tell because some gay idiots painted it a crazy color and bought these crazy star pools, but it is like, man, that folds in nice. We really should repaint it, but here we are. Pull these out.
Oh, okay, cool.
So they should be special. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, should we put, I'm going to put this on the wall because I think otherwise going to grab it. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it on this side. Okay, so I need to, where's the screwdriver?
The regular screwdriver?
Yeah.
It's right over here, baby. You put it next to this thing.
No, you put it next to this thing.
That's not right. I put it next to that thing. It's so cute.
It's so cute.
Oh, I see the stickers on the front that are missing. The grill.
Yeah, it's not the muffler, but like the front muffler.
Yes.
The fruffler.
The grill.
You can stop it. Oh, yeah. Scared me.
Oh, why?
I didn't know you were going to be standing there.
Oh, well, I came back to help. So why is I'm scared?
Here's this. If you don't put this with the dress up stuff.
Yeah. And you checked to make sure the baby TV's set up?
Yes. What is that? What is that? Whoa!
He's gotta look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? I see it. That's so cool, baby.
Okay, Morgan got these really sick shelves on Facebook Marketplace for, I think she said $40 for 3 of them. They are cream, which is funny because we have white in this room, but it's a very yellow ceiling light. So I don't feel like you can really tell. Maybe it's worse like on the video, but also I'm not somebody who's like really pressed about different colors of white. Anyway, this is all the way over here. So I think we're gonna also put one here for books because now that we have the dresser in this area, this is where his bookshelf previously was. And it's really important to me and to Morgan and to him that there be like books in his room. So this is gonna hold some faves. over here. But Morgan did this thing that I've never seen anyone do before that I'm sure is like a TikTok hack, but I'm gonna show you what she did because it was so smart. She did this, and then she peeled this off and put it on the wall. And then now it's like this. So this is exactly correctly spaced because we drew it and we pulled it from it. It's a lot of tape to use, but I'm comfortable with it. Okay, it's up. Hilariously, the clouds are not level. It shows up as level when you use like a level, but the clouds aren't level. So it's anyway, I think it's fine. I am not stressed out about it. The books aren't sliding around crazy. I think it's good. Ta-da.
Jeep. Yeah, so here's how so number one, Felix is the project manager on this.
Right.
You did the most work.
So now you're gonna make fun of me?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying you're gonna have the most to say.
Oh, yeah, I think it went good. The reason we got the Jeep bed is because when we were visiting Alabama, the baby slept in a blow-up race car bed, which he was super into. So we were like, we should look for a race car bed. And then we found through Facebook Marketplace searches for race car beds that there was near us a Jeep bed. The baby loves Jeep. That's kind of where we're at. So I think that it was worth $75.
I really do. And I feel like you're quick thinking on using that weird bench that we already had to basically support the lack of headboard.
Yeah, it was like a $6 bench we got at a thrift store that
This is now the fourth thing it's been used for that isn't... it's not a bench. You know what I mean?
I think it is, but...
It's so small.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. I got it originally to put tiles in it.
Is that true?
Yeah. Make like a tile top thingy. Most recently it was green thing, keeping our stuff safe from baby hands for a long time. And now it's keeping the baby bed together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different way of keeping him safe.
If you have a toddler, particularly not one who's in the 99th percentile for height, I would say Jeep bed at age 2 is actually maybe not like the best idea.
Yeah.
For a number of reasons.
You know your kid.
You know your kid. In this video, we talk a lot about our concerns about him falling out of the bed. He is not fallen out. Knock on, Jeep.
Knock on, yeah. He really, I don't know about other 2-year-olds. I don't know what's like developmentally average.
Yeah.
But our kiddo really so far is really good at like understanding instructions and following them for the most part.
Yeah.
It's obvious when he's like testing boundaries, same as any 2-year-old.
Yeah.
But like he's so far really understood like, no, you need to get down in the middle. Like you need to get up in the middle. You can't jump off the bed anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I think having it against the wall, despite that not being our first plan, actually will help with that also.
I'm sure you already know this, but I just want to state it so it's really explicit. That can be that is like personality, that is neurodivergence, that is like so many things in a kid. So it's not that we're like, oh, our child is just so well behaved.
No.
That's not the energy at all. I would say the only thing that he has done that has to do with Jeep bed that is like something we instilled in him is like get down safe.
Yeah.
We taught very early on because we have another friend with a toddler who is kind of chaotic. And so they had to teach get down safe ASAP. And that is something that we like tell all of our friends. Is
From like 6 months on, anytime he was getting down
on top of something, if he was going to try to get down, turn him and be like, okay, we're going to get down safe.
So yeah, it's like something that he does without thinking most of the time.
He says yes.
Which is nice.
Yes, and with the Jeep bed, I think when he's a little bit taller, it won't be like anything, but right now we're very like, you have to get down in the middle. And even so, I think he could get down from either side and would be fine, but I just would rather
don't tell him.
No, don't tell him. The lights that are on top, one of them works, the other one, they're both really corroded, and one of them is fine, like works fine, but the other one is so corroded that like the spring broke off of it. So if you know who I would go to fix that, or if anybody has a friend, I like Morgan had said electrician, but we just need someone who like, I guess maybe electrician is the right word.
I think electrician would be the right word because they'd be completely putting in like a new like battery unit.
I think they would just have to replace the spring.
I don't know if you can do that.
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not a battery guy. It just seems like electrician is like overly complicated.
Jeep light technician.
Yeah, if anyone knows a Jeep bed light technician,
right,
let us know. Or who you think could fix that. Seems like a perfect thing for like a repair fair situation, but
yeah, I think you're right. I think it could be like someone's dad who knows a lot about electrician type things.
Likely then it'll get fixed when Morgan's dad or when we see Uncle Colin next.
Yeah, he's gonna watch this video. My brother, I made him subscribe to our content, and he's only seen 2, I think. But if he watches this one, he's gonna text me and be like, "I'm not doing that." And then the next time he's in town, he'll be like, "Did you get that light fixed?" I can fix it. That's who he is as a person.
It's his vibe. Both of the cool new things that we got from this project were from Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
Jeep bed, $75. The 3 shelves, which another one of them is actually over there now. So all 3 are in use. $40?
Yeah, she wanted 60. And actually, now that I've touched them and held them, I can see why she wanted 60 because I bet they were like $40 each new because they're from Pottery Barn. I'm not paying $40 for 1 shelf. I'll pay $40 for 3 shelves. They're nice quality. They're also bigger. When someone says like it's this many inches, even though now I have a few months of sewing under my belt, I'm like, I think I can picture that. And I think that's true of like 12. I would say anything between like 12 and less inches, I'm actually really good at eyeballing. And over that, I'm like, how big could it be?
I did make you measure it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't believe, because you were like, no, I know what that is. And I was like, I know. I don't know what you'd know. I never know what you know.
Listen, it's because when we got, long time ago lore drop, when we bought the bookshelf that looks like a house, the person had the measurements in the description of the Facebook Marketplace find.
Yeah.
And Felix had always wanted a bookshelf that looks like a house.
Yeah.
This is actually right before we found out we were pregnant. And I drove 3 hours there, 3 hours back to Tacoma to get it, and we got there and it didn't fit in our car.
Right.
Which is on me.
Yeah.
So then this
So
mom
now I never trust you forever.
had to ask her kid if her kid had a screwdriver, and she did, luckily.
Yeah.
From her grandpa.
Right.
So we could take it apart, and it still just barely fit in our car.
Yeah. I actually wasn't there.
No, it was a birthday present for you, and then I was like, just kidding, it's not for you, we're pregnant. We got pregnant like a month later, which is cute. Yeah. So anyway, we still have to anchor the bookshelf now that's in the hallway, but it looks so cute. I thought it would bother me to have more things in our hallway, but
I actually kind of really like it because now we have like small bookshelf with the books that he regularly uses, and then these books are like more accessible to us because we don't play that much in his room.
No.
I would say we have the perfect amount of books in there for us to like read before bed.
Yeah, we do read a lot, but we don't read 300 books a night.
No,
we don't need 300
there's so
in
many.
there.
There were so many books in his room, and then it was like we would just like get into his room and he would just like pull all the books off the shelves. Less of that recently, more than anything else, but he would like get really distracted by them and be like, "Chapter book, Daddy, chapter book," and I'd be like, "Girl, we gotta brush your teeth, go to sleep. It is sleep time. If you want a chapter book, we should have started this process 10 minutes ago. I'm tired."
Yeah.
You know?
It's also, I like when you see other parents like change the little books out in their room for like seasonal stuff. I think also we could, in the future, when he's a little bit more understanding of the difference, we could put like library books on the left side of that shelf or whatever, so they have like a special spot.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
I've always loved being in his room since like Felix painted it and we like got it ready.
Yeah. Which is really fun because it was like a room that we dreaded existing in our home.
Yeah.
For like
when
many
we were
years.
on our infertility journey. Yeah. And now it's definitely my favorite room in the house. I love being
so
in there.
Cool. Yeah.
I love Jeep bed. I love playing with him in there. And it's like the one that stays the cleanest, the easiest, because like I pick it up like every day. There's like 2 things and then it's like it's clean, which is much easier than like our room or the living room or places where there's lots of toys, lots of movement. Yeah. So I also like being in there because I feel like it's like always kind of calm. But yeah, every time we update anything in there, I'm like, he's getting bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, his friends came over for his birthday party that got postponed that you'll see the video about probably next, if I had to guess. It'll be a shorty one. But they were flipping their lids about Jeep bed. The babies love Jeep bed. Yeah. So that was also really fun.
Yeah. If anything, another reason why we stay on Facebook Marketplace, we hate Mark Zuckerberg, but we love Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Because like
there's cool crap on there.
We weren't gonna know that Jeep bed was available. It just happened to come up when we were looking for.
Jeep bed existed.
No,
to be clear, like I had absolutely no idea.
It's so much cooler than race car. Sorry to all the race car bed lovers.
No, a race car bed is
race car bed's very cool.
It's also way more reasonable for a 2-year-old in terms of like.
Well, race car bed's flat.
Yes.
It's also not twin, and Jeep is twin.
Yes.
So he's gonna have it for many, knock on wood, many years.
Yes.
We also, we talked to Uncle Brian.
Yes.
We've gotten the Uncle Brian locked in. Assessment, yes. He is interested in maybe building a headboard later. I think it's something that he would definitely do for us.
Yeah.
But what we've got
he was
going
like,
on,
let me know what shape.
Yeah, is working. So I think what we should do is see if he'll be in a video with us.
That'd be cute.
We'll be like, Uncle Brian featured.
Pretty good.
And we can put a little picture of him up.
Yeah.
For the end of this video, I'd like to leave you with a little bit of inspiration. I don't know if you guys have seen where Adam Savage from Mythbusters talks about how if you can sew, you can actually do many things. But that coupled with like just some thoughts I've been having lately as like I've been sewing more and Felix has been like doing other sewing more. Anything that you're like, well, I just don't know how to do that, you can learn. Like, you are very smart. You can do it. And I don't know why I spent so much of my life personally being like, well, I'm just not really meant to make garments. Like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
You just have to like do it and learn how to do it and be bad at it for a while. With that, I think that we could learn more power tool skills from Uncle Brian and take those into our future endeavors as we continue to DIY things in our home.
I cut tiles for
You
that
did?
stupid kitchen, you know? So, like, yeah, I feel that very strongly.
You're smart.
You are.
You can do it.
You are. And drills are actually not scary. And if you're putting holes in your wall, the likelihood that you're going to put like such a big hole that it's going to be catastrophic to your wall, unless your wall is already secretly messed up and you didn't know it. I guess get a wall checker if your house is like of a certain age, but otherwise,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, we don't have a stud finder, as you've seen in previous issues of our show. Of this show. We don't have a stud finder, and every single time I'm like, maybe I have an extra $30, let's just buy another stud finder. I'm like, wait, I should check this place. And so it's like the ever chasing, y'all know how like that damn coyote can't catch that bird? That's me in the stud finder.
That's Morgan in the stud finder, and then it's me in the stud. Are there studs in
I don't
our
think
home?
there's studs anywhere.
I really don't know.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
And like I see other people, I watch like a bunch of those home inspection videos on TikTok or on Reels, and it'll be some guy being like, "Do, do, 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 do. You hear that? That's where the stud is." And I'm like, mine's all wall. What do you mean? Eventually we're gonna go to an estate sale and there's gonna be a stud finder for like $5, and I'll be like, thank God now, and I'm gonna put it somewhere safe.
Right.
By the way, we haven't found our hammer. Did you include that in the
No,
video?
yes, but I do think I know where it is. I think it's in the craft stuff because I was using it as a magnet to find my magnets. That's the last place I've seen it.
You have a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out.
Yes, I wish you the joy of a toddler who has just seen Jeep Bed.
Yeah.
That's what I wish for you.
That's all that any of us, I think, could hope for.
Yeah, that's
in
the
this
high
life.
we're all chasing.
Yes.
Is toddler seeing Jeep Bed, not knowing about existence of Jeep Bed for the first time.
If you like our vibe and you want to see more of us, we do have a Patreon where we post other behind the scenes stuff. We post unedited long talkie videos. We post some of our short form stuff before it's edited. Every now and then I'll post like a picture of like a sewing project I finished 2 minutes before, just so that I can share it with people before it's like edited into a short form or something. So anyway,
that's like the main way that we make money on social media, other than here on our monetized YouTube. Thank you for being on YouTube and giving us your eyeballs. We use those eyeballs for money.
Yeah.
But we're not monetized on other platforms because it's hard to do, and there's also another video you can watch about that if you care about how we make money.
right.
Yes.
If you're nosy like we are. I hope you guys are having a great week. Thank you so much for being here. As I already said, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Enjoy the bloopers, of which I'm sure there are many.
None. There's so many. It's an unreal amount.
Girl, your ass is so up.
No good. Can't hear you. I do think this will motivate me to make him curtains.
Motivate.
When you would notice I said motivate so weird.
Motivate.
I hope it'll motivate me. I'm gonna lie, you said it's true.
I know, I use them on Papa does actually.
You definitely do. Don't worry, he doesn't watch our videos, so
That's true.
he won't know.
Oh shit. No, this will be fine. What hump this time? Okay.
A lot of swearing in this one.
I will let them know at the top. Is it recording?
I hope so. I'm getting some quality content here. Not as good as you stealing hubcaps. Yeah.
There's no rabbit. There's no rabbit.
We gotta get this couch clean. Some baby's gotten cream cheese all over it. And now the end.
Yeah.
And
I don't think it needs to be super long.
I don't think it needs to be super. They call it super end, and it's the end now.